Hi, I'm Bill Lampton, the Biz Communication Guy, thinking today about the three major elements of persuasion. There's so many times in our business and professional life when we need to know what are the major elements of persuasion. Examples: you're applying for a job. You are in a job interview. Definitely. You want to know then, what are the keys that will persuade this potential employer to add you to the team? Some more of them. If you're in sales and you're selling a product or services, that is one time when persuasion must be underscored. That's the skill that you cannot do without. In management, you're trying to convince your company that the new direction that you have in mind is beneficial for everybody, the employees, the customers, the stockholders, anyone who's connected with the corporation. Or maybe you are seeking venture capital. Entrepreneurs do that. And at this time, they must know the steps to go through to convince the people who have the funds to support them that it will be a worthwhile investment. Maybe you're a new owner of a company. You must convince the employees and the leaders of the company that you are the one who has the energy, the drive, the direction, the experience, the charisma, everything that it takes to make that company go and grow. Okay, what are the elements of persuasion that you need? I'm going to take us back a long way in our thoughts. No recent books, no recent pronouncements, no recent speeches on the subject. I'm going to take us all the way back to Aristotle. When I was in graduate school studying rhetoric and public address, we looked not only at contemporary thinkers in persuasion and communication, but we went back to the ancients: Aristotle, Cicero, Quintilian, Plato, Demosthenes, and others. The key book of Aristotle's was entitled The Rhetoric. In the Rhetoric, he talked about the three major elements of persuasion. For one, he mentioned pathos. We would know that today as emotion. The emotion could be covering a range of reactions that you want your audience or your listener to have. It might be fear, it might be sympathy, it might be hope, it might be identification, it might be motivation. To persuade someone, there must be effective pathos. Secondly, there is logic, logos, in Aristotle's terminology. People are going to listen to what we say and ask, does this make sense? Is it consistent with what we know already? Does point A connect to point B and give us the result C that is promised? Aristotle wrote about this in some pretty complex terms. He talked about syllogisms, he talked about enthymemes, he talked about lines of argument, but it really boils down to, does it make good sense? And then the third element of effective communication, which will persuade individuals, companies, audiences, mass audiences, the third ingredient is what he called ethos. And ethos is the character of the speaker, the credibility of the speaker. In Aristotle's thinking, you could have wonderful logic. You could have pathos that moved people even to tears and to action. But unless the credibility of the presenter was high, then the cause would probably not be accepted. Let me read you a couple of words, and these are some of the simplest words, I promise you, in the book, The Rhetoric. Persuasion, he says, is achieved by the speaker's personal character. When the speech is so spoken as to make us think him credible, we believe good men more fully and more readily than others. And this is something we can underscore. His character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion that he possesses. Now, you can't have credibility and lack the logic and the emotion. All three go together. But if you want to be highest in any of them, be highest in your character, your credibility. Next time you have a persuasive attempt, keep these three major elements of persuasion in mind. Aristotle was right on target. This is what I get across when I work with corporations and when I work with my speech coaching clients. I invite you to visit my website, Biz, that's B-I-Z, bizcommunicationguy.com, and take a look at the services that I offer there, both for individuals and for corporations, and recognize that I even do virtual coaching. You don't have to be right here with me or me right there with you. We can do a great deal through video, telephone, Zoom, Skype, and other technology. At any rate, I hope that I have the opportunity to talk with you, so give me a call, 678-316-4300, and I will help you use the right words in the right way to get the right results. Thanks again for being with me. I'm Bill Lampton. Looking forward to the next time that we'll be together on Facebook Live, and the time has come, as it always does, to press that finish button. But do, even though this video is ending, keep in mind those three major elements of persuasion Aristotle gave us so long ago and so wisely.